The Bruins take down the Red Wings 5-1 in a huge win after quite the long layoff. I'm Evan Marinofsky, here with Conor Ryan of Boston Sports Journal. Conor, we're back in person together at a Bruins game. The people have been waiting for this.
Feels weird, Evan. Feels very odd.
Yeah, we're not on Zoom. We're not doing a podcast together. This is in person. It's a little kind of starstruck, to be honest, Conor. We're a little starstruck. But anyways, Bruins, we've got to talk about the Bruins game. Patrice Bergeron comes into the game with 0 goals, right? 0 goals. We talked about this on Poke the Bear. We said, man, what's it going to take? Well, a 4-goal game, 3 of which coming on the power play against the Red Wings, we probably didn't have on the card, but it did take place. And now he's tied with the team lead in goals with 4.
Yeah, I think the reports of Patrice Bergeron's demise are a little bit premature. I think people who are fretting about a lack of production, again, it's not like after this 4-goal game, we're ready to start the hot trophy campaign for him or anything like that. But it's to be expected that, he was going to break through sooner or later. Again, 4-goal game, probably not what you expected, but you look at the number of chances that top line has been able to generate, even though another kind of a shaky game from Pastrnak, but you still look at just their overall, puck possession, you look on the power play, it helps out quite a bit when your power play is struggling, when you're Detroit and you just decide not to cover the bumper. That, I think, will help you out quite a bit to get that power play going. So a couple other factors working in the Bruins' favor and Bergeron's favor, but still reassuring for the Bruins just in terms of the baseline production for a guy like Bergeron to get on the score sheet and continue to show why he's still one of the best two-way players in the game.
And Cassidy mentioned one thing that Detroit did was they overcommitted to Pastrnak on that right side, leaving that bumper position sort of open, which you would have thought they would have picked up on the first goal or maybe the second or maybe even the third. Maybe that was a little too late there, but definitely a great game out of Bergeron, but a great game out of the power play in general. Marchand was really prolific with those passes to the bumper. McAvoy was great up top. I know we've been saying for a while now that Grzelcyk potentially should slot back up there, but McAvoy was great. What else did you see from that power play that sort of can be a good thing going forward for them?
Yeah, I think you look at that game against Florida on Saturday. They get that goal, even though it was kind of a play where everyone's kind of jumbled all over the ice, right? You have McAvoy kind of get the back door. Marchand's in a different spot. Like, it's good for them to get the goal, but you like to see a little bit more of set production, a lot of executing plays, and I think you saw a lot of that. Even though Detroit made an effort, as you said, to take Pastrnak away from the elbow there, still we're moving the puck with authority. McAvoy was a lot better with the puck, a lot better handling it and avoiding pressure. Hall gets recovers a puck with Marchand that leads to that Bergeron goal. So a lot of guys kind of in their set spots that are executing and performing what's asked of them on the power play. Which again, we're only 8 games in, so it was, premature to panic about this power play when you look at the personnel they have anyway. But to see these guys, in their set roles, executing and, making good on these quality chances they had, it's a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, and Marchand said it after the game, and that, I think when you look at that, as you said, the personnel, you think, well, they got to score immediately. McAvoy and Taylor Hall and David Pastrnak and Marchand and Bergeron. But good things do take time, and that's sort of what we saw with this power play. Also, the Detroit penalty kill is nothing good. I mean, they're 24th in the league. They're not a potent penalty kill. It's not like the Bruins, cracked the code of the Detroit Red Wings. But at the same time, you need games like this where you can just go out there and wreak havoc on the power play. In other areas, were there any other big takeaways you had from the game that were encouraging? For me, one thing that I liked, and I don't think this is going to show up in the advanced stats or anything, but I thought the Eric Haula line was good. I thought they were good on the forecheck. I thought DeBrusk, Haula, and Lazar, especially Lazar, very good on that line. A good compliment to Haula and DeBrusk's game, and the fact that he gets in there, he's hard hitting. So I thought they had a great game. I don't think it's going to show up on the stat sheet or advanced stats, but I mean, you really can't hate the performance out of them. Was there anything else that you saw that maybe won't show up on the stat sheet?
Well, I guess one that will show up on the stat sheet is, Mike Riley getting that goal, which, again, I don't think maybe it was still the cleanest performance, still a couple of fumbles with the puck, still some, trouble in the D zone that he needs to work on. But I think just for, Bruce Cassidy mentioned, for him, fighting the puck a little bit just to get rewarded on the stat sheet. And again, it wasn't like it was this set play or something. It was just a natural instinct driving to the net, corralling, getting that rebound off of that Lazar drive. As you said, I think Lazar had a really good game. But just for Riley to get on the score sheet and kind of build some momentum off of that, it's, as we've said, I think throughout these last 3 weeks, you still have to sweat out these D pairing. It's still going to be a work in progress. As it's good for them to get a win. It's against a Detroit team that was missing some key guys, a very young team. So you'll take the 2 points, you'll build off of it. But I think it's all about building your game. And I think an important takeaway from a game like this is that, the schedule, as much as it's been stop and go, it's encouraging for the Bruins to take care of business in these kind of games. Bergeron mentioned, you don't want to be 3-3 through 6 games, but you look at who they played against, where it's Carolina, who hasn't lost yet, who looks like a wagon. Florida, very, very good team. Like, it's, sooner or later the schedule's going to even out, and you get these more favorable matchups, and you're seeing that, again, this team getting a little bit older, but they still have plenty of skill. They can still, land punches against a lot of younger opponents. So I think whether it's Bergeron getting on the score sheet or Riley or these other guys, playing a simplified game, it was just encouraging to get a lesser opponent and get those 2 points.
Also, Marche mentioned confidence. This game is all about confidence. This was a big confidence builder kind of game, and I think this is something you're going to see kind of have an after effect on when they go up to Toronto for their first game against the Maple Leafs in quite a long time. Quite a long time since they made that trek up to Toronto to face those fun old Maple Leafs. But anyways, for all your Bruins coverage, Conor Ryan at Boston Sports Journal, me over at CLNS Media. Make sure to subscribe to Bruins Ringside. We're going to have more of these. I'm here next week, actually. It's official, or it should be official. I will be here, so we will have more of these. Obviously, Poke the Bear podcast, Bruins Beat. Bruins fans, enjoy this content and have a great rest of your night.